U16 Americas, and hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. It's great to have you with us. Uruguay in the black, Mexico in the whites, and Mexico wins the tip as both teams are searching for their first win of the FIBA U16 Americas. This is Angel Escarcega with a teardrop, and the host nation Mexico is on the board first. So Mexico 0-5 in the tournament with a loss yesterday to the Dominican Republic, 78-68. And Taboada misses a three for Uruguay. Uruguay also 0-5. Yesterday they fell to Brazil by 22. And a foul drawn by Emiliano Espinosa. First Mexico team foul at 9:23. So both of these teams the same position. One of them's going to finish 7th, the winner. One of them 8th. They're both 0-5. And the reality is one of them's going to play this whole tournament without a win, and the other's looking to avoid that. So a lot on the line for these two proud countries. And here's Valentin Curbelo missing a teardrop. Rebound cleared by Mexico's star, Karim Lopez. 21 in the white. Averaging 18 points and 10 rebounds a game in the tournament. And Mexico's got it. This is Pablo Espinosa. Off to Fernandez. Back to Escarcega. 7 to shoot with the handoff. Espinosa. Back to the hoop. Kick out. Edgar Grande. Step back 3. And the rebound to Rodriguez. One all-time meeting between these two teams at the under-16 level. That was in 2019 at the under-16 Americas. Mexico with a win, 74-68. Turnaround hook shot misses for Suarez. And Mexico with it, leading by 2. This game in Mérida, Mexico, northwest corner of the Yucatan Peninsula. So host nation looking to avoid an 0-6 showing in front of the home crowd. 5 to shoot. This is Lopez, the star. Lopez back to the hoop. Turns around. A fall-away shot and a foul. Karim Lopez. Watch this. How pretty. Woo! Dirk Nowitzki-like. Lopez is a force. And he's got an early 3. Mexico 5-0 start. Lopez yesterday, 22 points and 11 rebounds in a loss against the Dominican Republic. Now the 22 points coming in just about 3 quarters. He got into early foul trouble, sat virtually the entire second as Joaquin Taboada banks it in, and Uruguay on the board for the first time. Mexico dominated early yesterday against the DR, but fizzled in the second and was pretty much trailing throughout after Lopez took that seat. Grande with an offensive foul. Edgar Grande's first and Mexico's second. So Uruguay ball down 3. So for Mexico, it's been all about Lopez. They're good with him. They're a little rougher without him. Also, Grande, who just took a seat, he's had a nice tournament. 11 points a game. Dylan Aguilera, the big man, 8 points a game. Right now, Angel Escarcega is on the ball. Outside left, that's Curbelo. Here's Rodriguez in the corner for Uruguay. Into the paint, kick out. And Curbelo with 5, makes a move. Kick back out. 3 in the corner is an air ball. The rebound cleared by Mexico's Escarcega. 3 minutes in, 5-2 Mexico in the 7th place game. Lopez spinning. Kick out Escarcega. Lopez a long 3. Yes, sir! Ooh, Karim Lopez with a hot start. Shooting it at a 35% clip from beyond the arc. Uruguay ball down 6, and Taboada tumbled and lost it. Turnover for Uruguay. They're averaging 26 per game. Lopez kicks to Escarcega, misses. Rebound to Lopez, 1-on-3. And from 10 out, he bounces it out. Rebound to Uruguay. Here's Curbelo with tempo, drawing a whistle on Espinosa. So 3 Mexico fouls. Espinosa's first. Uruguay as a team has only committed 1. Lucas Rodriguez, the point guard, spinning in. Kick out Suarez, right to the hoop. Bodied through his defender, and he's whistled for an offensive foul. Textbook by Angel Escarcega. Watch, gets the feet totally set outside of the restricted zone. Offensive foul on Suarez. So Mexico with a dominant defensive start, forcing just 1 of 7 shooting for Uruguay. 1 early turnover. Mexico shooting it 3 of 6. Lopez leading the way with 6 of those 8 points. This is Elier Fernandez. Straight away, bounces it for Lopez. Left wing. Lopez with a mismatch on Espinosa. 2-on-1 here. Shoots a 3. Any doubt? Kareem Lopez. You think he wants to leave this tournament without a dub? I think not. He's got 9. Tips that ball. Showing out defensively, too. Bounce feed inside Suarez. Lost it. Out of bounds, Mexico ball. What a dominant early start for the Mexican side. Kareem Lopez outscoring them by himself 9-2. And Suarez checks out. Subbed for Coach Capalbo brings on Santiago Trica. Uruguay head coach Marcelo Capalbo. Mexico coached by Daniel Omar Ojeda Garcia. It's point guard Angel Escarcega up the court in the home whites for the host nation. Mexico leading by 9 with the ball. On the drive with 2 hands, no. That was Elier Fernandez drawing a whistle, and he'll head to the stripe. First free throw attempts of the game for either team. Elier Fernandez drawing the foul on Valentino Acuna. Fernandez on the tournament, 1 for 4 from the stripe. FIBA fans, it's great to have you with us for the final day of action. Please like and share this stream using the hashtag FIBA U16 Americas. It's on your screen. First free throw good for Fernandez. And the Mexico lead is out to 12-2. Snaps in the second. 2 for 2 from the stripe. And an 11-point lead for this Hungary team that's looking to avoid 0-6 on its home floor here in Merida. Tricot defended by Lopez. Now it's Rodriguez on the drive. He's stuffed. Fernandez tipped the ball. And Uruguay shooting just 1 of 8 to start. I know we don't have the score up right now. It's 13-2 Mexico with the ball now. As Espinosa gathers. Off a screen, top of the key. Prying inside, spinning to the paint. And he lost it. Steal for Curbelo. He'll take it himself, splitting the D, but he misses the shot. Rebound Mexico. Here they come, and that's a miss for Aguirre. Lopez cleans it up for the deuce. 11 early points for Kareem Lopez. And with 4:02 left in the first, all Mexico to start. 15-2 here at the FIBA Under-16 Americas. Well, coming out of the timeout, that's the only Uruguay bucket we've seen today. It was Joaquin Taboada. Right before the break, Karim Lopez for Mexico with a rebound and a putback. And in the early going, 11 points and 4 rebounds for Karim Lopez, who's outscoring Uruguay all by himself by 9. Right now, Mexico 15, Uruguay 2. Sam Brief with you from Yucatan, Mexico for the final day of the FIBA U16 Americas. And basketball fans, make sure to follow all the latest news and developments with FIBA basketball in the Americas region at the website FIBA.basketball/Americas. FIBA.basketball/Americas. So out of the timeout, we'll see what Coach Marcelo Capalbo can work up to get Uruguay's offense into gear. They've turned the ball over twice, shot it just 1 of 9 from the floor. The only bucket was Joaquin Taboada. Jump shot. Valentino Acuna with it. Off to Curbelo. Now Rodriguez pops a 3. And rebound to Mexico. That's Lopez with it. Karim Lopez with 11 and 5 so far. Calling for a teammate. Hands it off to Escarcega, the guard. Picks up his dribble. Out to Fernandez. This is Espinosa. Finds Escarcega. Baseline drive. Dribbles back out. Lob. Nice cut feed, but no finish for Mario Aguirre. Rebound to Uruguay. Rodriguez saved it for a moment, then just chucked it into that Win Sport LED screen. And he'll check out here for Francisco Pereira. Down 15-2. Both teams are 0-5 in the tournament. The winner will take 7th place and salvage a win. Go out strong. The loser will finish 8th and go 0-6 in the tournament. So it's less about achieving 7th and more about avoiding last, because let's be real, no one wants to be last. Escarcega with 10. Off to Espinosa against his zone defense. There's a wide open Mario Aguirre for 3. His second tray of the tournament. And the demolition continues at 18-2 Mexico. Where does Uruguay go to respond? Acuna, defended by Lopez. Handoff, drive, and a miss. But a foul call. Valentino Curbelo draws a Mexico foul, the 4th team foul by Mexico. And he'll go to the line. First free throws of the day for Uruguay. That foul against Fernandez. First foul on Elier. As Espinosa checks out for Roy Rojo, 6 in white, who takes his position at the block. And Curbelo misses the front end. That describes the sort of afternoon it's been so far for Uruguay. Can't get anything to go. And Curbelo goes 0 for 2. A solid free throw shooter at 63%, which is really good for this level. And now with only 5 to shoot, this is Pereira on the drive. Working on Rojo. Misses the shot. Rebound Mexico. And Uruguay 1 of 12 from the floor. Lopez, left hand, no. He drew a foul. 4th Uruguay team foul. And Lopez to the line, already nursing an 11-point and 5-rebound line. Karim Lopez, one of the star players in this tournament, misses strong. You could reckon that the only reason Mexico lost yesterday to the Dominican Republic was the foul trouble for Lopez. 3 early fouls meant he had to sit the whole second quarter. Makes the second. And the game totally turned. Dominant Mexico start was erased. The Dominican Republic took control and then never yielded. And 22 points and 11 boards from Lopez wasn't enough. Dominican Republic won 78-68. They'll play in a couple hours in the 5th place game against Brazil. 2 to go in the first. Acuna, a three, bounces in off the glass. Oh, you needed that if you're Uruguay. Valentino Acuna with the first bucket in 6 minutes for the Uruguayans. Lopez! Oh, he took a hard fall. Hope he's all right. An audacious dunk attempt. And Karim Lopez, the Mexico star player, in pain on the ground. He went high flying. The higher you go, the more it hurts. But he's up and gets an ovation from the home crowd in Yucatan. Looks like Lopez will gut it out. He'll shoot free throws. He was fouled. And a timeout call. So Uruguay timeout here with 1:45 in the first. 19-5, the Mexico lead for the FIBA U16 Americas in Yucatan. Coming out of the timeout, replay review did rule an unsportsmanlike foul against Uruguay, which means free throw here for Karim Lopez, who we saw take a hard tumble. Good thing is he's all right. He's still in the game. Makes the first of two. So after the unsportsmanlike call, he gets 2 free throws and the ball. Mexico up 15 and make it 16 as it rattles on in. Karim Lopez with 13 points. Uruguay with 5. Lopez 4 of 5 from the field. Uruguay 2 of 12. And Rojo running out of time. Just barely got it in. At that right wing to Elier Fernandez. Lopez with it. 8 to shoot. A long 3. Little audacious that time. But offensive board. And put back for Dylan Aguilera. Ball just sort of appeared at his feet. Merry Christmas. And it's an 18-point lead. Pereira on that pyramid logo at center court, working on his numerical counterpart, Rojo. And a 3-ball for Taboada. Rebound to Mexico. The 5th board cleared by Lopez. Lopez on Tricot. He's double teamed. Picked up the dribble. No problem. Just leaning into that one. You see those strides? 6'8". He's got a bright future in basketball. Karim Lopez. Uruguay ball down 20. Tricot triggers a 3 and cashes it in. So Santiago Tricot with the response, and Uruguay has hit 2 3-pointers. Aguilera blocked, and it went out off of him. So Uruguay ball at 25-8 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. FIBA fans, good to have you with us for the Under-16 Americas. Remember to follow the next generation of international basketball at NextGenHoops. At NextGenHoops, and use the hashtag on your screen, FIBA U16 Americas. Uruguay likely one more offensive possession here in the first quarter. And it's their leading scorer, Valentin Curbelo. David Fernandez, and it's out of bounds off of Mexico. No, off of Fernandez. He certainly thinks it's Mexico, but a mistake by him, I guess, just letting it fall out at his feet. And now, maybe a replay review. Looked like Marcelo Capalbo was requesting it, or at least requesting that the officials conference. And indeed, we will have a review. Okay, so it's 17.3 left in the first. A replay review. We'll see who the ball's out on. Back at it with 17 seconds left in the first. Replay review ruled that the officials were right. So Mexico ball with 13 seconds left, leading by 20. Rojo with a crisp chest pass that bounces off the chest of Delgado and goes into the backcourt. So Uruguay ball. Mexico turnover number 3. Uruguay down 20 points. This team is shooting 2 for 14 from the floor. We'll see if they can salvage one more bucket in the first quarter. The only field goals they've made are a 3 from Valentino Acuna and a shorter jump shot by Joaquin Taboada. Throw in here, top of the key. That's Taboada from long distance. Swirls it in. Uruguay ends a nightmare quarter on a high note. And it's 25-8, moving on to the second at the FIBA Under-16 Americas in Yucatan, Mexico.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Second quarter of play between Uruguay and Mexico, and all Mexico so far. 17-point lead behind 16 points for Karim Lopez, and maybe a window of opportunity here for Uruguay as Taboada makes a three with a foul. So he says, all right, window's wide open, I'll take it. And Uruguay now in double figures. So the reason behind that window is Karim Lopez, the Mexico star, is on the bench to start the second. That was the case against the Dominican Republic yesterday, and that's when we saw the DR start to take over and take control, and they won the game. It's Uruguay ball, loose ball off a Mexican hand. So maybe, even though they were down as much as 20 in the first quarter, maybe, just maybe, Uruguay can get it done here and claw back into it. At least make it respectable entering halftime. Taboada gets blocked, but a foul called against Oscar Ochoa, who just checked into the game. And that'll send Taboada out of the charity stripe, where in the tournament, he's 12 of 18. Second attempt of the day. Second all-time matchup between the two. 2019 they faced off at the Under-16 Americas, and Mexico took down Uruguay 74-68. Mexico has twice finished 6th. That's their best all-time finish at the tournament. But the best they can do here is 7th. That's what the winner of this game gets. Uruguay has also finished 6th once. That was when they hosted in 2013. Last finished 8th back in 2019. So looking for their second best finish all time and their first win at this FIBA Under-16 Americas. 25-12 as Mexico ignites their offense. And a three from the top of the key misses for Rojo. Offensive board and a putback for Dylan Aguilera. Mexico by 15 at 9 to go in the second. And now Curbelo for Uruguay. Mexico is a basketball country. At the men's level, 5 Olympic appearances. Three-pointer miss there for Taboada. The 5 Olympic appearances, 1 medal, which was the 1936 Berlin Games. They won a bronze. Outside of that, the highlights include 10 appearances in the FIBA World Cup and a few wins in recent history over the mighty U.S. Turnover for Mexico. Here's Taboada. A 3-ball misses strong. Joaquin now 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. And on the fast break, shot goes in off the glass for Antonio Sarre. Mexico by 17. So since 2018, the Mexico national team has beaten the U.S. 3 times. Taboada, good for 3, his 3rd of the day. Of the 15 Uruguay points, he has 12 of them. And Mexico ball. So Mexico at the men's level, 3 wins against the U.S. in the last 5 years, including World Cup qualifier in 2018 against a loaded U.S. team coached by Jeff Van Gundy. And Mexico behind Big man Gustavo Ayllón, a former NBA talent, took down the U.S. Then they've done that twice more in the last couple of years. Free throw coming for Joaquin Taboada after an unsportsmanlike foul is issued against Oscar Ochoa. So 2 free throws in the ball here for Uruguay, which has pretty much run a one-man offense. This guy, Joaquin Taboada, with 12 of the 15 points. Now 13 of 16. That's after Mexico in the first quarter got 16 of 25 points out of Karim Lopez. So now with that shot, about 80% of the points in this game have been scored by either Mexico's Lopez or Uruguay's Taboada. They've combined for 30 points. And these teams have combined for 46. That's a travel call. And Luis Imas wants an explanation. Turnover number 5 for Uruguay. 5 turnovers and 5 made baskets. And Coach Capalbo takes out Pereira. Mexico ball, 7:40 left in the second. FIBA U16 Americas final day of action. And a drive-in kick. Here's Delgado. He had a nice game yesterday against the DR. And throws it into trouble. Picked off by Rodriguez. Uruguay with it. Chance to get to within single digits. Imas off his shot fake. He got blocked. Dylan Aguilera on the block. Now Escarcega. Kicks out, and it's picked. Uruguay ball on a steal. Weaving in. Turnover for Taboada. And Mexico ball at 7:06. Timeout called by Mexico. 12-point lead. Mexico and Uruguay on the final day of action in Yucatan. And it's Mexico ball coming out of the timeout. 12-point lead, dominating this thing. And a turnover for the Mexican side, which has looked choppy with Karim Lopez, their star player, on the bench. They led this thing by as much as 20, but the lead down to 12. Uruguay ball. And this is Taboada on the drive. He's got 16 points. And Uruguay within 10. Gutierrez gets it down the court. Rafael Gutierrez, haven't seen him much. Didn't play at all yesterday. Nearly got it pried away by Rodriguez. Sare looking for the open man, but the ball punched away by Imas. Mexico ball with 6 to shoot. Both teams 0-5 in the tournament and looking for their first win at the FIBA U16 Americas. For Uruguay, would be their first win in 4 years at this event. Delgado with time running out, and he missed it. Taboada clears the rebound. His second. Taboada tumbling, losing it, and Lopez swoops it up. Let's see what Lopez can do offensively now. Drew a foul. Kareem Lopez, 16 points, leading all scorers. He's been efficient, 5 of 7 from the field. Defensively dominant too, also adding 6 rebounds. 6 minutes left, second quarter. Sam Brief with you from Yucatan, Mexico. Good to have you for the final day of the FIBA U16 Americas. And what a day it'll be. Dominican Republic and Brazil up next. Lopez, 1-on-2, picked up the dribble. Gets it back. A long three. It's an air ball. Lopez today 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. He can hit that. Nearly a 40% three-point shooter in the tournament. Looks a little gimpy. We saw him take a really hard fall as he was fouled on a sky-high dunk attempt, in which he was well over the backboard. Taboada, 3 ball, in and out. Rebound cleared by Lopez. Here comes Kareem, looks fine right now. Striding up the court. Open man is Delgado, who misses. Put back is good. That's Edgar Grande on the board for his first bucket. And Grande with the and one. Edgar Grande averaging 11 points a game in the tournament. A key cog yesterday with a double-double in the loss to the Dominican Republic. A game in which Mexico fizzled late, outscored by 9 in the fourth quarter in a 10-point loss. Grande converts the and one, and Mexico with a 13-point lead, 5 to go in the second quarter. In the second all-time matchup between these two. And foul away from the ball. Issued to Mexico. It's on Grande. So Grande with his third foul. Staying in the game for now. Number 8 in the white. Gotta stay a little passive here. We'll see if they target him. He's guarding Taboada, the sharpshooter, who drives, goes to the hoop, and he swirls it in. 16 points for Joaquin Taboada, and 5 points for everyone else in black. Gutierrez with it. Picks up his dribble, finds Grande. And working off a screen, Grande dribbling off to the right. Delgado. A shot from the baseline. They were running out of time, and the rebound to Espinosa. Off to Curbelo, right to the hoop for the deuce. Valentin Curbelo, 6 points. And Uruguay's within 9. Speed dribble, Grande can't finish. Rebound, oh, well, he can. That's Dylan Aguilera. Put back with 2 hands, fundamental. And the second and one opportunity of the quarter for Dylan Aguilera. Well, Uruguay trailed 25-5. So even though they're still down big, since that point on an 18-9 run, and a run dominated by 59, Joaquin Taboada, 16 points on 5 of 11. And Aguilera converts his second and one. So Mexico by 12. Back on D. David Fernandez nearly got his pocket picked by Grande, but then Espinosa did it. Grande, little scoop shot misses. And the rebound tips to Curbelo, who was out of bounds. So Mexico ball. It's been a messy offensive day for Uruguay with 8 turnovers and 8 made baskets. You never want those numbers to be the same. Uruguay is averaging 26 turnovers a game. Big reason behind the 0-5 record. Grande. Good move. He missed it. Rebound to Taboada. Joaquin's got 3 boards. Brings it up the court. And whips it to his point guard. Espinosa looking for the baseline drive. Back to Rodriguez. Curbelo. Espinosa and Rodriguez. Good crisp passing here, but interrupted. And out of bounds off Aguilera. Feisty defender Dylan Aguilera. And a timeout for Mexico. We'll take it to 3:25 left in the second quarter. Mexico by 12 on the final day at the FIBA U16 Americas. .325 left, second quarter. Mexico by 12 as we bring it back for the 7th place game of the Under-16 Americas. And Joaquin Taboada on a speed dribble puts in his 18th points. He's got 18 of 25. A one-man wrecking ball for Uruguay. Now for the Mexican response, Espinosa double-teamed and he traveled. Just sort of slid into his 2 defenders. And it's Uruguay ball down 10. Well, credit Uruguay. They were down 25-5 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. We saw Taboada hit a 3 just before the buzzer to make it 25-8 at the end of the first. And then Uruguay +7 in the second. So this team's fought. And now Fernandez misses an easy layup. Those are the ones you gotta hit if you want to come back. Lopez and off Espinosa. Lopez, meanwhile, has not scored for Mexico in this quarter. And Taboada with a poster block on Espinosa. Here comes Uruguay. Rodriguez hits the 3. They're within 7. If you thought Uruguay was going to fade into oblivion, think again. Second quarter, all Uruguay. And a timeout for Mexico here in Yucatan. What was a 20-point Mexico lead is now down to just 7. It's been all Uruguay in the second quarter, and a 3 right before the timeout by Lucas Rodriguez, who comes up with a steal. Whips it to Curbelo, who slows down the offense. Now back to Rodriguez at the top of the circle. Uruguay dominating these last 10 minutes. Rodriguez watches his team commit a foul. A legal screen whistled against Taboada, which means Mexico ball. The Uruguay momentum is palpable. A team that's 0-5 this week, searching for their first win of the Under-16 Americas in 4 years. They're playing hungry. This is Grande. Gives it up and gets it back. Grande lobbing down low. Turnaround. Fernandez is smothered. Uruguay ball. Curbelo with a head of steam. Gets fouled. And his next trip is to the stripe. So if you're just joining us, this is day 6 of the FIBA Under-16 Americas. Sam Brief with you from Yucatan. This is the 7th place game. Both Uruguay and Mexico searching for their first wins of the tournament. Mexico, the host nation, is up 6 after Curbelo hits the first of 2. Mexico was up 25-5 after 9 minutes. And since then, Uruguay has outscored them 25-10. Really a tale of 2 games. 90 seconds till halftime. And Lopez with the ball. 16 points in the first quarter, no points in the second. Now he's wide open. He'll hit that. First bucket of the quarter. I think he wanted a flop call against Uruguay. His team's up 7. He's defending the ball. Suarez lost it out off his knee. So Uruguay ball with 63 seconds until halftime. Karim Lopez, one of the stars of the tournament, has already matched his tournament average. 18 points. 6 of 9 shooting today, and 8 rebounds. Angel Escarcega draws a whistle on Espinosa. Emiliano Espinosa committing his 4th foul. Almost certainly will have to take a seat to open the second half. And free throws coming for Escarcega, who is a 10 of 11 shooter in the tournament. (11 of 12). So rare to see a player at this level, and Escarcega, just 16 years old, shoot that well from the charity stripe. 11 for 12. In the highest level basketball he's played. Make it 12 of 13. So the host nation, Mexico, leading by 9. 50 seconds to go. Second quarter. Curbelo to Taboada, who has 18 points. He's been sizzling. Now Rodriguez, who has a 3 today. Rodriguez on the drive. Up and out. Rebound Escarcega. 3-second differential between shot and game clock. And Lopez with it. Driving. Offensive foul. It's an illegal screen on Fernandez. And Uruguay ball with the shot clock off. And Mexico head coach Daniel Omar Ojeda Garcia not happy in the ear of the official. And a technical call. Or actually, rather just a warning. A warning issued to the Mexico bench as Uruguay comes out of the timeout with a 1-second differential between shot and game clock. So virtually can hold for the final. Suarez rushing it, and he missed, got a foul call. So with 9.7, Ismael Suarez to the line. Just 1 for 4 in the tournament. Suarez averaging 7 points, 8 boards a game. He's been productive. And that's his first bucket. Uruguay almost certainly will go into halftime down just single digits after trailing by 20 early on. Gotta credit the fight of Marcelo Capaldo's team. 0-5 in the tournament. 22-point loss yesterday to Brazil. A 78-point loss the day before to the United States. They keep on fighting. That ball's pried away by Rodriguez. His teardrop falls in, and Uruguay's down just 5. And there's the buzzer. We will go to halftime. Ooh, one team dominated the first quarter. They're wearing white. But the boys in blue, 26-14 in the second quarter, and we got a ball game. One team's going to leave the tournament winless, and one team will end on a high note. Who's it going to be? We'll find out when the second half rolls on here at the Under-16 Americas.
will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
dominating. Second quarter, 26-14, all Uruguay. And a miss there for Uruguay's Curbelo will send him to the line to open the third quarter. It's great to have all of you back with us. Sam Brief on the call for FIBA Yucatan, Mexico. For the 7th place game, Uruguay and Mexico are battling for the second time ever at a FIBA Under-16 Americas. And considering the way this game started, it's incredible that Uruguay is now within 4 points. They trailed 25-5 early. And now it's a one-possession game. Valentin Curbelo has 8 points. But the story for Uruguay is Joaquin Taboada with 18. Now tied with this man for the game high. Karim Lopez looking to split the D. Lost it. Steal for Uruguay. Curbelo tumbles. And they're saying his body was out of bounds. Helped up by Espinosa. Good sportsmanship. Yeah, Lopez lost it. And Curbelo might have had a part of his thigh out of bounds. So Mexico ball leading by just 3. Espinosa to Escarcega. On the drive. Misses. Short. Air ball. Uruguay could tie it here. We got a whistle and a offensive foul against Uruguay. Now we see Taboada and Curbelo both pleading their case. The officials are conference. And they say Mexico, Uruguay ball. Uruguay ball. Rodriguez will throw it in. Taboada, 3, misses. Rebound Suarez. Goes up with the right hand and misses short. Rebound cleared by Fernandez. Mexico has led this thing wire to wire as much as 25-5. And as little as right now, 39-36. Lopez lost it. Oh, and he's gimpy. Favoring that right ankle. Looks like he can't even walk as Uruguay brings it to within 1. Does Mexico call a timeout here? Lopez really having trouble. See him in the bottom right part of your screen. Maybe Mexico considers the timeout here. Grande on the drive. Lopez moving around better now, getting into the thick of the action. And a foul call. 6 on the shot clock. Now Lopez bending down. See him grabbing his ankle. That right ankle he's favoring, and now he'll check out. Mexico is not the same without number 21. You see him frustrated as he goes to the bench. Great to see him walking out under his own power. And certainly we'll hope for the best. Send our thoughts to Karim Lopez. Hope we get him back out. And a miss for Elier Fernandez. Worth noting, it's the last game of the tournament. Leaving it all out on the line, but man, Mexico has struggled since they led 25-5. And Fernandez misses both free throws. Rebound cleared with authority by Valentin Curbelo. Uruguay with a chance to take its first lead of the day. Imas with a handoff to Rodriguez. Bounce feed, nice cut, but too hot to handle. And out of bounds for an Uruguay turnover. So they trailed 25-5 and then rattled off a 33-14 run. Credit the tenaciousness of Coach Capalbo's team. And now Escarcega misses a teardrop. He drew a foul. The injuries continue. This is a lot of pain. After Lopez left the game, now injury on the Uruguay side. Looking to get a look at who that is. Looks like Luis Imas. Yeah, ooh, you see number 5 in the dark blue fell hard on his hand. And Imas, just like Lopez tried to, will attempt to stay in. Luis Imas, 15-year-old at 6'6". Still in the game, although we'll see if he checks out after this free throw. Espinosa nails the first, and Imas is hanging in there. The resilient Luis Imas, just like this resilient Uruguay team, still has yet to lead in this one. And now free throw good for Espinosa. So 3-point lead for Mexico at 7:50 left, third quarter. Imas, after the injury, with the ball. Hands off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Suarez, and Taboada. Nice little shimmy. And a nice feed down low. And open Taboada. Can't hit the three. And the rebound tips to Mexico's Escarcega. So Mexico ball leading by 3. And here's a turnover. 2-on-1. Curbelo to the hoop for 2. And Uruguay's within a point. Step through. Bounce feed. And a miss for Escarcega. Rebound Curbelo. And here comes Uruguay. Under 7 to go in the third quarter, and another chance to take the lead. This is Imas working on Escarcega. Rodriguez off a screen, driving, teardrop, bounces out. Tip for the rebound, ends with Mexico. And Mexico ball with Kareem Lopez still on the bench. If you're just tuning in, he fell hard and was gimpy on his ankle. Checked out about 2 minutes ago. So Mexico without its best player, as that's good for 2. Edgar Grande with a nice step through. Mexico back up 3. For the Uruguay response now, Rodriguez. You see right side of your screen, white shirt, Kareem Lopez sitting down, looking antsy. And on the rebound, a foul call goes against Uruguay. So we'll stay here, and Taboada pleading for his case as he gets whistled for the foul. FIBA fans, make sure to tune in to the later games today. Starting at 3 o'clock, it'll be the 5th place game, Brazil against the Dominican Republic. Then the United States taking on Canada in the nightcap. 8 o'clock start time for the final, as the U.S. looks to win its 8th consecutive FIBA U16 Americas. Canada looking for the upset. Taboada drew a whistle and a foul on Mexico. Means Joaquin Taboada will head to the stripe here. And as you're following along, please make sure to like and share the stream using the hashtag that we have on your stream, FIBA U16 Americas. Sam Brief with you from Yucatan, Mexico, as Taboada misses the front end. Uruguay's yet to lead in this. Already with the unlikeliest of comebacks, down 25-5. Right there suddenly. Now within 2 as Taboada has 20 points. Nearly half his team's points, leading all scorers. Here's Lopez with a spin. Back in the game, Lopez got stripped. And the corner, Taboada with a heads-up play. Tried to throw it off of him, but they say Taboada stepped out. And Lopez looking like he's in pain, but in the game. Warrior-like in front of a home crowd. Mexico, the host nation, with its... And Lopez dribbling between the legs. Working on Curbelo. 4 to shoot. Lopez behind the back. Shimmies through. Left hand, no. But he drew a whistle. So Uruguay foul. And Lopez will head to the stripe for his 3rd trip. Well, the story of this game has been resilience in a lot of ways. First of all, for the Uruguay team, having trailed by 20 and suddenly trailing by 2. And second for this guy, Karim Lopez, taking body blow after body blow. Back in the game and looking sharp. Free throw is his 19th point. It's the final game of the tournament. He's figuring, hey, I'll leave it all out on the line. We'll ice whatever I've got tomorrow. He goes 2 for 2 and he matches Taboada with 20 points. 4-point Mexico lead, approaching halfway through the third quarter. Curbelo with it. Whips it to Taboada. He gets tied up, loses it, out of bounds off Joaquin. He wanted a foul, saying, hey, they hit me right here on my arm. But no, it's Mexico ball. Good to have you with us. Sam Bree from Yucatan, Mexico. And FIBA fans, make sure to follow us online, the next generation of international basketball, at FIBA.basketball/Americas. And Taboada checking out. Getting into an enlightened discussion with his coach, Marcelo Capalbo. His star player, just settling him down. Remember, these are kids, so sometimes the conversations are different. As Curbelo goes 2 for 2 from the stripe after an unsportsmanlike call against Mexico. Back to a one-possession game at 45-42. Uruguay and Mexico in the 7th place game. Both teams 0-5. Something's got to give as Aguirre misses the shot. And the rebound to Tricot. Aguirre picked it right back. And then a Lopez teardrop is good. Karim Lopez now with 22 points and in so much pain. Oh, you feel for the kid with the amount of pain he's in and continuing to be the best player on the floor. Here's Curbelo driving on him. Had a step on him, but then got blocked. And then a miss for Suarez. Rebound cleared by Aguilera. And then a foul on Fernandez. Keeps it here. It's amazing that virtually playing on 1 foot, Karim Lopez continues to be the best player possibly in this tournament, with the exception of some of the United States stars, who we'll see later tonight in the championship game. Karim Lopez has a bright future in basketball. 3-point shot goes in for Aguirre. Mario Aguirre with his second from behind the arc, and the Mexico lead back to 8. They saw a 20-point lead dwindle down to 1, but then balloon back out. With Taboada on the bench, no doubt an opportunity as Rodriguez misses short. Rebound Suarez, back up with it, no. And the rebound Lopez. Here comes Karim on one leg. Pries it away from Gonzalez, and then draws a foul. Foul issued to Uruguay's Gaspar Gonzalez. There's a look at Double G. And watch this. Lopez loses it, gets it back, and then draws the whistle. And Karim to the stripe. Lopez with a heck of a tournament. He scored 18 yesterday, 22 today. Injured hard, still in the game, and we're still counting. Make it 23 with a 9-point Mexico lead. Mexico looking for its first win at the FIBA U16 Americas that it's hosting. Don't want to go over in front of your home crowd. And Lopez goes 2 for 2. 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 of 9 from the stripe. Karim Lopez, what a show. Now Taboada back in the game for Uruguay. And he bounces it in for Rodriguez. Under 4 to go in the third. And a 10-point Mexico lead. Suarez driving on Aguilera. Now Suarez with his back to the hoop. Bodying up, kicks it out to Rodriguez. With 5, Rodriguez, teardrop, goes in and out. Rebound, right back to him. 10 to shoot. This is Curbelo. And a whistle and a Mexico foul. Curbelo pops a 35-footer. Just for giggles. Mexico foul will mean an Uruguay throw-in. Rodriguez will take it. Down 10, 3:23 in the third. Hope you're having a nice Sunday. Rodriguez on a nice give and go. Lucas now with 5 points. Cutting into the deficit, 52-44. Escarcega getting backcourt pressure. Heaves it across. And Mexico ball with a head of steam. Escarcega misses. Rebound to Curbelo and numbers for Uruguay. Fancy footwork. Valentin Curbelo is posterized. What a stuff for Lopez. Now Espinosa with a short shot. He missed it strong. Rebound. Rodriguez got tripped and fouled. So Mexico foul. What a block on the other end by Kareem Lopez, who has 24 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. He's been injured twice, had to leave the game for about 5 minutes, and since coming back, he looks better than ever. In and out for Rodriguez. And Lucas is 0 for 1 from the stripe, and now 6 for 11 on the tournament. Second shot is good, and down 7 is Uruguay, with 2:49 left. So Mexico ball now, leading by 7. And a long heave, tipped back in. Lopez has it top of the key. Lopez shimmying in, kicks out Escarcega. On the drive, the kick to Delgado. 3 ball, misses a bit short. And the rebound to Curbelo. 2:20 left. Uruguay down 7. Looking to close this one strong like they did the second quarter. Suarez near the free throw line with a spin. Jockeying for position, he found Taboada. Fall away shot, little strong. Rebound to Lopez. Now a double-double for Kareem Lopez. 24 points, 10 boards, and he misses that one. Board to Rodriguez. Uruguay ball. 1-on-2, bullies his way through. And he stepped out. He's saying, come on, give me something. I want to whistle. And Lucas Rodriguez with a turnover. So Mexico ball. Keeping track of the turnover battle here. Mexico's committed 16 and Uruguay 14. Actually, now they're saying it's Uruguay ball on a jump ball. Taboada, 3-point miss. A rebound cleared by Lopez, his 11th. So a jump ball. Possession arrow was with Uruguay, but still Rodriguez was pleading his case for the foul. Delgado with a bounce outside to Escarcega. 90 seconds left in the third. 7-point lead and the ball. On a drive, it's up and no good for Aguilera. He'll go to the line, though. 75% free throw shooter. Perfect on the day. This was the pick and roll. Aguilera into the brick wall, and the foul charged to 28, David Fernandez. Fans, make sure to follow us online at NextGenHoops. Use the hashtag if you share this stream. FIBA U16 Americas. That's FIBA U16 Americas. Lopez now getting his left hand checked out. We saw him fall hard on his tailbone, twist his ankle, and now something with his left hand. Kareem Lopez, you'll have to put him in a mummy costume after the game. After missing the first, Aguilera rattles in the second. And it's an 8-point Mexico lead with 1:20. Third quarter, Uruguay ball. They've trailed this thing wire to wire by as much as 20 and as little as 1. 3-point miss for Rodriguez. Offensive board and a putback for Taboada. So with 1:05 left, Uruguay back within 2 possessions. Ochoa lobs it cross court. Escarcega now resetting the offense. Working on Rodriguez with a driving kick to Aguilera. Aguilera bullying in, just heaves it up. And they're going to say foul. Uruguay foul on Rodriguez, which means Aguilera is back to the charity stripe. Hope all of you are having a wonderful Sunday. Sam Brief with you for the final day of FIBA U16 Americas action, and Uruguay facing Mexico. 2 winless teams looking for their first win and to finish 7th. The loser will finish 8th and finish 0-6. No one wants that. I know that. Aguilera splits him. 55-47. Mexico leading and Uruguay with the ball. Taboada shimmies in. Now out to Curbelo. On the drive, Valentin is stuffed. The block by Espinosa. Now Ochoa has it at center court. Lobs it cross court for Delgado. With 20 to shoot, Escarcega. To the top of the key. Pops a 3. Yes, sir! Angel Escarcega with 10 seconds left. And the Mexico lead in double figures. Last stand for Uruguay in the third. 3 seconds for Taboada. Heaves up a 3. And it just misses. Hit backboard, hit every part of the rim. And we will shimmy along the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point Mexico lead at the Under-16 Americas.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
And we're back for the fourth quarter of action. Uruguay and Mexico in the 7th place game of the FIBA U16 Americas, and a flailing Karim Lopez loses it right out of the gate to start the quarter. So Uruguay with it. This is Valentin Curbelo for a team that trailed 25-5 early and has battled back. And now Taboada draws a whistle. Taboada has been the star. 23 points. Leading all Uruguayans, he's made 8 shots, 19 attempts. Took a tumble there on a Mexico foul that was issued on Dylan Aguilera. So Uruguay ball trailing by 10 and 12 to shoot. Curbelo with 7. Three-pointer blocked by Lopez, and we're going Mexico's way. Karim Lopez, who has 3 times today been injured, with 3 blocks, 12 rebounds, and a game-high 24 points. 21 in white has been as impressive as they get. So up 10 with the ball is Mexico, looking for their first win of the FIBA Americas on their home court. Wrapping around Rodriguez, Escarcega just missed it. Rebound tips around a bunch. Escarcega gets it back. Thought about the 3. Now it's Lopez with momentum. And he left it short, but drew a foul. And a Mexico leading scorer will head to the line. Foul on Espinosa, his 4th, he'll check out. Now, how do you stop that without fouling? 6'8", Karim Lopez. A lot of arm, a lot of leg, a lot of heart. .59% free throw shooter, misses the front end. He's 8 of 10 today. Efficient from the floor, 7 of 11. And defensively with the 3 blocks. Now 25 points for Lopez as he hits the second. And how about the adjustment for Karim Lopez after getting into foul trouble yesterday, cost his team mightily. He had 3 fouls early. Today, only 1 foul, and he's played almost every minute of the game. A nice feed on a cut for Taboada, and Joaquin Taboada, 25 points on the feed from Rodriguez. And a flash of lightning. Edgar Grande pours it in. Uruguay ball. Suarez to Espinosa, who's still in the game with 4 fouls. And Uruguay now down 11. Time is of the essence. Buckets are of the essence. Espinosa on the drive. There you see Lopez a little hobbled up. Left ankle hurting him. Left hand is taped up. He got the wind knocked out of him earlier, falling on the dunk attempt. First stop tomorrow to the doctor's office? Certainly hoping Karim is all right. In the meantime, though, we'll enjoy the show. Here's a steal for Curbelo. By himself. Left hand, it's good. And Grande is whistled for a foul. He can't believe it. It's his 5th. That means he's going to have to exit. So Edgar Grande fouls out. No way. They called that? I've never seen an argument with better reason. Edgar Grande did not touch Curbelo. He was whistled for the foul, and now he's fouled out on that. Oh no. You got a feel for the kid. Curbelo makes the free throw, so on his home court, home nation hosting, Mexico's Edgar Grande fouls out without even touching Curbelo. Now that's really tough. Here's Lopez with it. Against a 3-2 zone. Now switching back into a man-to-man. We've seen some different defensive looks for Uruguay. And on the drive, that's no good for Aguirre. And a foul call against Uruguay. Down 8 with 7:29 on the clock. FIBA fans, make sure to like and share this stream. If you share, please use the hashtag FIBA U16 Americas. And follow all things FIBA online at FIBA.basketball/Americas. Foul on Espinosa. That's his 5th, so he's out of the game. And Luis Imas checks in for the Uruguayans, who have trailed this one wire to wire. They were down 25-5 after 9 minutes. Since then, they've controlled a lot of the ball game, but working from down 20 points is easier said than done. And they still trail it by double figures. Here's Rodriguez, defended by Escarcega. Taboada, the leading scorer, to the can, off the glass and no. Rebound cleared by Lopez. Lopez behind the back. Drops it off for Escarcega. Right back to Kareem. Step back, thought about the 3. Escarcega. He pops a 3. Missed it. Rebound to Imas. And Uruguay's got it. Under 7 to go, trailing by 10. And if you're Uruguay, you need some buckets. Here's Curbelo driving. He got it to go. Off the glass for Curbelo. Now with 16 points on 5 of 10 shooting. Nice cross-court pass. Espinosa. Escarcega defended by his fellow point guard, Rodriguez. Pass to Espinosa. Off a screen with 3. He shoots it, and it's good. Clean swish 3 for Pablo Espinosa. His first from downtown, and the Mexico leads at 11. 3-ball, Taboada missed it strong. Rebound to Lopez. 25 points and 14 rebounds for Kareem Lopez. And that's a messy turnover. Mexico has now committed 19 turnovers. But in spite of that, they lead it by 11 thanks to just a rocket of a start. They scored 25 of the game's first 30 points and have never given up a deficit, or never given up that lead, rather. Here's Taboada fighting with Espinosa. Misses the fall away, doesn't get his foul. And now Lopez with momentum. Pulls it back out. Aguilera. And Espinosa, who just hit a 3. He'll try from the other side and miss this one. Rebound to Imas. And now Taboada leading a charge. Bounce off. Acuna up and no good, but he got fouled. And Valentin Acuna to the line. A look at our upcoming schedule. 3 o'clock tip-off for the 5th place game. That'll feature the Dominican Republic and Brazil. Then at 8 o'clock, the final, the championship. For all the marbles, the USA and Canada. At 8 o'clock local time here in Merida. Escarcega on the attack, working off a screen. He drives, missed it, tip back, yes sir! Kareem Lopez is there with 27 points. A game high, and he puts Mexico back up 12. Here comes Curbelo now for the Uruguay attack. Off to Imas. Around the perimeter. This is Rodriguez driving, and he banks it in. Lucas Rodriguez in double figures with 10. And the Uruguay deficit is 10. Aguilera prying in. Nice dump off. And that ball just misses. So Dylan Aguilera drew a foul. Clock stopping at 4:05 with time of the essence for Uruguay. Dylan Aguilera is at the line, where today he's 4 for 5. Hits the first. So the 8 o'clock nightcap featuring the United States and Canada with the gold medal on the line. Well, the bronze medal will be on the line at 5:30 in a matchup between Puerto Rico and Argentina. Argentina falling yesterday to Canada, and Puerto Rico blowout loss to the United States. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take it. 4:05 left in the fourth quarter, and Mexico on the verge of its first win of the tournament. Four minutes left, Uruguay ball trailing by 12. And if you're Uruguay, figure you got to score on just about every possession as Taboada draws a foul. And if Uruguay is going to come back in this one, a lot of the offense will have to run through this guy. As another look at the Aguilera foul. Joaquin Taboada, 35 minutes, 25 points. Leading his team, but not leading the game. 27 on the Mexican side for Lopez. Taboada misses. Lopez rebounds. 16 rebounds today for the 6'8" Karim Lopez. His team up 12, now slowing it down. Sniffing their first win of the tournament. And if Mexico gets the win, they can thank Lopez. Staying in the game after rolling his ankle hard. And now comes up empty with the shot clock winding down. Uruguay ball with speed. Here's Rodriguez. Off to Taboada, muscling his way through. Imas, a spin. Dumps it off. And Acuna with his second bucket from the floor. It's a 10-point game, Mexico ball. Escarcega directing traffic. He's been a nice, smooth point guard all tournament long. Today, Escarcega with 2 dimes, 3 boards, 6 points. And a 3-point miss in the corner gives it back to Uruguay at 2 minutes 40. A technical foul call goes against Uruguay. So with the Uruguayans passing it in their backcourt, nearest official came in and whistled them for a tee. on the bench, and we've seen this a couple times in the tournament for coach Marcelo Capalbo. His bench whistled for a technical foul, and now Mario Aguirre will take the free throw. Misses the first. If you're hoping to stage a comeback, a bench technical foul. Ain't it, Chief? So 10-point lead, Mexico back on defense after Aguirre missed it. Uruguay looking to pull off a miracle comeback and get their first win of the FIBA Americas. Rodriguez stops on a dime and gets fouled by Aguilera. So that's the third on Aguilera. And Rodriguez will head to the stripe. Today, 1 for 2. Rodriguez in and out. He's had a nice tournament. 8 points a game, 3 dimes a game. Today with 10 points. Also adding 4 rebounds and 2 steals. And he makes the second free throw. 9-point Mexico lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Mexico is on the verge of its first win of the FIBA Americas. And hosting it, that means even more. Here in Yucatan, Mexico. Escarcega off to Aguirre with a miss. Tip back is good for Lopez. 29 points for Mexico's star player. Karim Lopez with 9 makes and only 5 misses from the floor. Rodriguez to Taboada. Misses a 3. Offensive board for Imas. Goes right back up. Can't get it over Lopez. And Lopez clears the board. Splits the defense on his way back up the court. Falls hard. And indeed a foul call on Uruguay. Rodriguez is whistled for it. And now the Mexico pending win feels inevitable. One thing to track here is Karim Lopez, who has 29 points, 19 rebounds. We'll see if he can get to 2020 territory. Or maybe 30-20 territory, but he misses the front end. So he needs to make this free throw. And then get one more rebound to become the first 30-20 player for the Mexican side. And there's 30. Timeout Uruguay. At a minute 45, we step aside. 12-point Mexico lead, starting to smell their first win of the week. Minute 45 left. Mexico by 12 on the verge of its first win of this FIBA U16 Americas. And that means more for Mexico in front of its home crowd here in Yucatan. Turnover for Uruguay probably ends it. And the frustration so apparent for Taboada, who left it all on the line tonight. 25 points. Helping Uruguay storm back from down 20. But not enough in the end. We got 90 seconds left and a 12-point Mexico lead. Saw Rodriguez go flying. Looks like a Mexico foul will be issued here at a minute 29. So Karim Lopez still on the floor. He's got 30 points, 19 rebounds. So hey, something I'm tracking is, can Mexico's star player get 30 points and 20 rebounds? This is Curbelo straight away. Driving on Aguilera, gets whistled for a foul. And Curbelo to the line. Fans of Brazil and the Dominican Republic, make sure to switch it over to that stream in about 35 minutes for the 5th place game between those two teams. Brazil and the DR facing off for the second time this week. And Curbelo goes in and out. 16 points and 6 of 9 from the charity stripe is Valentin. The Dominican Republic and Brazil played a 2-point game on Tuesday. 68-66 win for Brazil, and they will battle for 5th place in about 35 minutes here in Yucatan. But right now, the story is Mexico, which is on the verge of its first win at this tournament since 2021, and getting set to finish 7th. Nice feed for Lopez to Aguirre, and Karim Lopez doing it all. 30 points, 19 boards, 2 dimes, 4 blocks. What a performance. And there's a block for Ochoa. Cleaned up by Espinosa. Now Lopez on a run. Weaves by Rodriguez. Misses, but he got fouled. And at 46 seconds, he'll head to the line. So Mexico at this tournament, they've finished in the top 7 each of the last 3 years. 6th place in 2017, 7th in 2019, and 6th again in 2021. So now on the verge of sealing up 7th place, and they'll finish it with 1 win and 5 losses. Conference of the officials here. It's all a formality with a 13-point Mexico lead and 46 seconds on the clock. Lucas Rodriguez now going into the locker room after he was whistled for a foul. And a technical foul has just been issued to Uruguay's Valentin Curbelo. So now 2 technical free throws for Karim Lopez. The story of the day with 30 points, 19 rebounds, fighting through a trio of injuries. A body blow, rolling his ankle, and a hand injury. You see the white bandage on his left hand. He's fought through everything, and now he'll have the personal free throws. At 31 points, 11 of 15 from the line. And he misses his 3rd free throw. Lopez splits him. So 2 for 4 on that trip, and he has 32 points. 15-point Mexico lead. Uruguay ball, and Pereira with it. He's played sparingly in the tournament. Francisco Pereira on the drive is stuffed by Ochoa. And he tips it to Aguirre, who loses it out of bounds. It would have been a nice cherry on top to flush it home. But Uruguay balled at 28 seconds. So the loss for Uruguay will mean they'll finish this tournament. You see the block again. Uruguay is going to finish with an 0-6 record. Some really close calls in the tournament with a 1-point loss to the Dominican Republic, 10 points to Canada. At least 15 here as we step aside with 28 seconds left. And Mexico on the verge. Uruguay ball down 15, and Mexico closing in on its first win of the tournament. It's a Taboada 3-point miss, and likely Mexico can just dribble this one out. The host nation, leading by 20 points in the first quarter, nearly saw the lead fizzle away, but closing strong behind 32 points and 19 rebounds by its star player, Karim Lopez, who will watch Mario Aguirre here at the line with 9 seconds left. A lot of frustration fouls down the stretch for Uruguay. And Aguirre cashes the first. The host nation, Mexico, finishing 7th, can finish out the tournament with a good taste in its mouth, while Uruguay goes home 0-6. And Lopez gets the rebound. That's his 20th. So he becomes a 30-point, 20-rebound player as that ball goes in for Gutierrez. Full of smiles with a second left. And that'll do it. Mexico picks up its first win of the FIBA U16 Americas and can finish off the tournament in 7th place with a smile. Dominant stuff today for Karim Lopez, the hometown star, with 32 points and 20 rebounds. The bandaged and bruised Mexican star. Make sure to ice it up post-game, kid. But a phenomenal performance, undoubtedly our player of the game. So Uruguay finishes the tournament 0-6. Mexico 1-5 and in 7th place. Coming up next from Yucatan is the 5th place game. Dominican Republic and Brazil starting in 30 minutes. This has been FIBA U16 Americas basketball. And we'll be back in 30 minutes for the DR and Brazil. But for now, so long from Merida.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.